This is the Skype for Business recap, and my name is Josh. Things are a bit different today. I have finally been reunited with the hat. Back in Austin for a couple days, actually, on my way out, as you can see. Flying out of the Austin airport, found a semi-quiet little spot, so we might have some background noise, but don't have my mic with me, so the audio is going to be less than optimal, but we'll survive, all right? We don't have a huge show today. Very little news in the last week, actually. There was a few things that I made note of and that I want to talk about, but this week there was a lot of community things happening anyway, despite the lack of news. A lot of user groups, a lot of like we had our Austin user group. There were user groups happening in the UK and across the US. Then we had the msuc.chat meeting today, and that went very well. Lots of good discussion there, good participation. I think we had close to 35 to 40 people in there, something like that. When I looked at the peak, I think. So good turnout. Again, great discussion. If you haven't joined that, it's every month. So register and try to make it in March whenever we get that date pegged. But yeah, just a lot of busyness there. So a whole lot of people getting together, talking about what's happened in the last month, the last quarter, things of that nature. But yeah, not so many humongous, earth-shattering announcements on the product space side of things. However, there were a few things that I would like to call out. So let's jump over to the Infinity screen, as usual. There we go. Let's bring up Firefox today. First thing, this came up during conversation in the msuc.chat meeting today. .NET Framework, as we all know, 4.6.1, 4.6.2, there were problems with compatibility with Skype for Business, and many people discovered that the painful way and had to roll back that .NET update once it came out. And there wasn't really any fanfare or big announcement about support being present for it. The closest thing that I can actually find is this next hop post in TechNet and another TechNet blog as well that made note of this issue. But their update is from the 13th, so this isn't the last week. I just didn't catch it. On the 13th, we had an update that .NET Framework 4.6.2 is now supported with the February 2017 cumulative update for Skype for Business Server 2015. So if you are planning to get that update soon, good news for you. You will be able to support .NET 4.6.2 if you're hoping to do so. I tried to look for verification, some sort of official documentation, not just a blog post, and unfortunately I couldn't find anything, a quick look anyway. So if you happen to know of one and feel like sharing, please share in the comments on the video or shoot it over to me on Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever. That'd be great to know where they made this announcement, where it's actually documented, aside from, you know, the next top blog post saying it is documented, or saying it's present. So that's the first topic. Moving on over, I'm actually getting an update on the partner training schedule for Skype for Business before the month has almost fully passed. So we had the February update that came out, and now we've got March on the schedule as well. So scrolling down here, we can see that while there's many links to different resources up top, there is no sales training. Okay, there's no sales training coming up for March, and it's pending anymore. Technical training sessions, we've got all of February here, which are most of the way through February. I mean, you can still catch this What's New in Skype for Business, level 100. But we got a ton of stuff in March. And if you look carefully, you're going to see that there are things like airlifts. There are technical airlifts happening. Atlanta, I don't even know how to pronounce this city, but in New Jersey, Minneapolis, Minnesota, got one in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There's a number of them. Oh, one more, Austin, Texas. Okay, so coming up in the next 2 weeks here, there's going to be an airlift locally, and there's a number of other training opportunities with various levels from level 100 all the way down to all the way up to 300. Sorry about the loud announcements. As we get further down, we've got related competencies, on-demand training if you don't want to attend instructor-led training, and then partner content. So you should check these links out, start planning out your training through the month of March now that you've actually got a heads up on when it's going to be a little earlier than normal, okay? Next up, IP ranges and ports for Skype for Business Online have been updated. Okay, on the Skype Operations and Framework, Skype Operations Framework and Skype Academy page, Thomas Binder has put out a good little post on the upcoming ranges. Now, as he points out in here, this actually was announced back in, when was it? Sometime at the end of 2016, that these new ranges and ports were coming. But now that they're actually moving forward on this plan, they're getting ready to start implementing that. They really want to make sure people that have lockdown firewalls are accounting for these IP ranges and these new ports. Okay, so we can see we've only got 2 IP ranges that we got to worry about here. That 13.107.64 and a 52.112. A couple different network sizes, and then the new port ranges. We got all UDP, 3479, 3480, and 3481 media traffic ports. Okay, so very important things to update if we want everything to keep functioning properly as they move forward with rolling this plan out, and if your organization has locked down that traffic for Skype for Business Online, which many places have, right? So good things to take note of there. If you are one of those orgs, it is time to get with your network guys and have this updated before you suddenly have a nasty surprise one day and stuff's not working and you got to track down why it is. All right? Good stuff there. Last but not least, like I said, we're kind of blowing through these topics because there was nothing huge and in-depth to go over, but Yealink. Yealink has some news here. The T46G SFB and T48G SFB are now certified for Skype for Business Online. Okay, there is a much smaller list, obviously, with devices that are certified for Skype for Business Online than there are for Skype for Business On-Prem. That list is steadily growing, though, and Yealink is the newest to join with these 2 new phones that have gained certification there. There are a couple others that they have said are going to be coming up. What do we have in that here? Yeah, he added that other models in the company's T4X Skype for Business range are currently undergoing accreditation testing. They're expected to be certified by Microsoft for use on the online platform within the next few weeks. So we start with a couple good Yealink phones, and we have more phones coming for Skype for Business Online certification. Yealink is making waves when it comes to devices, and there's some pretty slick-looking phones. So if you are a Yealink fan and you have deployed these or are looking to deploy them, and Skype for Business Online is a consideration of yours, check this out and see if things are looking bright for you in that regard. All right, let me switch back over away from our content, since I just don't have much, to the infinity screen, back over to the video. Again, sorry for the audio situation today. It is an airport. I am on the go. I've got stuff happening. So if the announcements were a bit loud, my apologies. But I'm actually recording on a Friday, so that's the positive, right? But anyway, new background. Hope you enjoyed the change of scenery yet again. I will be back here, hopefully again, next Friday with a on-time episode. And I hope that you guys all have a wonderful weekend, that you have a good time, that you unwind and relax a little bit, but that, of course, everybody is safe as usual if your weekend plans happen to involve a little bit of recreational drinking. And then from that weekend, we will see you guys next week. And that's it. That's all I got. You guys have a good weekend. Be safe. Adios.